Hey guys, and welcome back to a new video. Today I'm actually super excited as you guys have been showing me massive support on guitar tutorials, but I've actually still yet to make an emotional sample for you guys. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make some emotional guitar samples in FL Studio. So I'm actually breaking down one of my samples from my new sample pack. So if you want to use the sample for yourself, you can obviously download the whole pack using the link in the description. So let me go over to FL Studio and I'll break down the samples. Okay, so you guys obviously heard the sample, and the main instrument in this one is this electric guitar we have right here. So it's actually this Evolution jazz guitar in Contact, and I'm just using this double boiler preset right here. As for the BPM, we're working in 130 and the scale is E minor. So the MIDI right here actually looks a lot more complicated than it really is. So to show you guys how I make something similar, I'm first going to delete this pattern right here. Then you first want to put in the root note of the scale. In this case, it's this E right here. Just make sure to stretch it out all the way to the end of the bar. Then you just want to copy this note one octave higher. Okay, so now that we have this, we want to just make a normal E minor chord and then just delete the note in the middle. Now we have this right here. So now we just want to strum the note in the middle and also just add two top notes right here. It should be the two first notes in the scale above the E. So these are basically the main notes you want to use. Obviously, you can add some here and there, but to make it a bit more realistic, you want to actually use the notes you already have. So I'm just going to go to this slice tool right here and then cut up this B about here and here. Now we have something like this. It makes it a bit more realistic because it sounds like somebody's actually playing a real guitar. Yeah, so usually when somebody is playing a real guitar, they actually use the same notes several times inside the melody. So we're not going to switch out the notes a whole lot. We're going to use the slice tool just to make the same notes. So for the next bar, we're just going to copy this over and pitch it down 2 semitones. So now we just want to adjust these 2 notes right here so they fit inside the scale. You can also mess around with the other notes too. Now just copy this over. Now remember to adjust the velocity and also strum the notes. To add some more high frequencies, you just want to copy the root note up 1 octave once again. But this time we're going to extend it a tiny bit. Now just copy this over, but pitch it down 2 semitones. To make sure they don't hit all on the same time, you want to hold Alt on your keyboard and move it a tiny bit to the side. So now we're just going to copy this over and switch it up a tiny bit on the second part. Now we can mess around with some of the notes on the second part. So this is basically how you make something similar to the pattern I have in the sample. So now let me just copy my original pattern back and I'll show you guys the effects. So as for the effects, I have this Guitar Rig 6 using the older days preset. And again, just remember to turn off the first 2 effects just like this. With the Guitar Rig on, it actually sounds a lot more different already. It kind of adds some ambience and some delay to the guitar. Next, I have this sad piano preset in RC20. This Roam plugin right here. It's basically like a reverb. I just put it to 17%. Just an EQ to turn out some of the lows. And also some tape saturation. Without the effects, the guitar sounds like this. And with the effects on. Now the next thing I added was this bass in Contact right here, and it sounds like this. So for the bass, it's actually just following the root notes of the guitar, but instead of having it extended all the way, you want to cut it up in some parts, just like this. And for the effects on the bass, I've just cut out some of the highs. Together with the guitar, it sounds like this. The next thing I added was this vocal in Arcade. It's this cloudless preset in Distant Voices, and it sounds like this. And again guys, if you still haven't jumped on Arcade, you can use my link in the description to get 1 month completely free. So at least you can always give it a shot if you don't like it. I personally use Arcade all the time, so if you still haven't tried it out, make sure to use the link down below. For the effects on the vocals, I firstly have this sound shifter right here. I've just pitched it up 1 octave. I have this reverb and also this EQ just to cut out some of the highs. Now together with the other parts, it should sound something like this. Then I have this electric guitar in Arcade. Is this better with you preset in Momento? And this is how it sounds. As for the effects, I only have this reverb right here. I'm just using the spacious vocal preset at about 30% on the mix and the low cut to around 300. Lastly, I just have this perk loop right here. So now I just structured all the sounds and just rendered out the whole melody. And here we have the final sample. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you have any questions, you can always just post them down in the comments or just send me a DM on Instagram. It's all down in the description. Besides that, I'm super grateful for your guys' support, so it would really mean a lot if you guys could just subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.